Hi, I'm Rachel and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back. I'm ready to kick start on the 11th of January. That's when I officially start back to eating healthy. I've done a lot of overindulging over the Christmas time. Well, really from November, to be quite honest. And this time I'm ready. I'm really ready to get back to my happy place. I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable in my own skin, and the jeans are getting a little bit tight around the waist. I can feel them on for sure. So things need to change. So I've done a lot of thinking over Christmas regarding weight loss and plans, etc, etc. And I've read a really good book, and it was about the diet culture and understanding why all these plans are out there, and it wasn't about slagging them off. It was just about trying to understand why there is so many different varieties of plans from people to follow, from Slimming World to Calorie Count to Weight Watchers, keto to shakes, to like the cabbage soup diets kind of thing, to high protein, low carb diets, whatever they are. You know what I'm trying to say. There's so much variety out there, and how much the diet culture is worth. And I really was intrigued to find out more. And by reading this book, it opened my eyes to a lot of things, and it made me realise that a lot of these things I do. So looking at a piece of food and not just seeing it as it is. So for instance, a broccoli. I see broccoli as low calorie and I see broccoli as speed food, because that's how I've been conditioned to see that food. But I don't just say, oh, broccoli, I'll eat that because it's healthy. I put a label on it. For instance, if I see chocolate, I'll go, oh, that's naughty. That's a naughty treat. That'll be so many sins or so many calories. I just don't see it as, well, what I'll do is have a bit of chocolate, but I won't have the bar of it. Then I know I say it all the time. If I'm naughty, then I'll eat two. Then I'll automatically say to myself, well, you've had 2 pieces, just eat the whole bar if you're going to be naughty. So a lot of that was really interesting to learn, and to feel like I'm not alone. A lot of people have this with food. And then it also said that the main things to do is to eat 3 meals a day: breakfast, lunch and evening meal, and have that as your main purpose, to focus on that and to meal plan. And necessarily not to have that so on Monday, if I put like a vegetable curry down, that I'd have to have that vegetable curry, but to get meals down so you can visually see what you are eating, so you don't go into on a Tuesday night and go, what we're eating, and then you turn to like takeout or a grab and go kind of food. You are planned, you are ready. And obviously I am not the biggest cook. That's going to change as well. So it opened my eyes, and it made me realise that I don't want to be on a plan. I don't want to see food as naughty or superfoods or things like that. I just want to be able to eat 3 good meals a day, which at the heart of it are healthy, nutritious, filling, and they're going to fill me up and give me everything I need my body to have, but as well as to be enough so I lose weight. The science of it is, if you put less calories in your body, you will necessarily lose weight. But it's not about fixing on calories, it's about eating healthy, and that's what I want to do. So going forward, my main things are my breakfast, my lunch and my evening meals, and making sure that they are as healthy and filling and nutritious as possible. And then my snacks will be my open fruit bowl, or like a little tub of hummus with some carrot sticks, and it'd be choosing that first, and as well as it's knowing where your triggers are. Now I've mentioned this before. I know where my first trigger is, and that is when the children are in bed. Then it's my time, and I like nothing more than having a coffee and something to eat on a night time. And I think it's not because I fancy that food, it's because I know that I can enjoy it in peace without being disturbed, and I can sit and I can physically enjoy it. And as well, they'll be on telly, whatever's on telly, and I like to have my coffee and have that hand to mouth action. So that's my first main trigger. So what it's saying is understand why you do that, and I've understood why I do it, because I know that I'll be able to eat that without a disturbance, and I know that I'll physically enjoy it. So I'm not really wanting it. Yes, it's nice and things like that, but just because it's an evening snack doesn't mean that I necessarily need to have it. So it's trying to take your brain away from it. So it could be having a bit of self-care, like a long soak in the bath, or drinking some water first. So yeah, there's been a lot of things which I've really thought about. This is not just something which I've overnight thought. I've done a lot of thinking about it. So that's going ahead. I'm going to choose health. I'm going to choose eating healthy. For the first time ever, I have sat and wrote out a meal plan, and as well, all the family are together with this. So this means that I don't have to cook now like 3 different meals. We're eating, the evening meal will be what the evening meal is. It's a lot easier now that Grace hasn't got her allergies. Obviously I know she's got food aversions, and some meals she physically will be offered them to try them, but obviously there'll be an alternative if she can't eat them. But it gives me that, like, I'm just cooking for 1 meal now, not for 3, because there's some meals which the husband's like, I don't really want that, whereas the hubster is on a health kick as well. So it'll be a lot easier for me. So there will be a lot more cooking coming up on my channel, and also on my Instagram account as well. Think ahead to plan. For my birthday, I got a book from the Batch Lady, which is how to cook and how to freeze meals and use leftovers and how they can be freezable. So I've really enjoyed that book. I've watched it on Instagram, and I've watched a YouTube channel as well, so I've got really loads of inspiration for her. Because also as well, I've realised that I am the biggest waster there is when it comes to food. I think now we live in a society where it's so easy, well it is for me, that I'll be in bed watching a YouTube video and going, oh, I really like that recipe, and then clicking off the recipe, clicking off that, putting all the ingredients into my cart on my food app, and not actually doing it downstairs and checking that I've actually got those in. And sorting through my food cupboard, I realised that I had like 3 cinnamons, which 2 of them are not opened, and I'm like, and it was just really silly, like really silly. I had food in there which I had to unfortunately chuck because it had like a 2018 sell by date on it, some lemon juice which I'd obviously bought for a recipe and never used. So what I've realised is from this book is to find recipes which I know that are at my level of cooking, which I'm going to enjoy, and they are family friendly. And cooking and shopping from my food cupboards, which I really have enjoyed doing that, and looking at a recipe and seeing what those ingredients I can still use throughout the week. So for instance, some of my breakfasts next week have sultanas in, so some of my main meals will have sultanas in. So it's trying to find like that, and that's what I've really enjoyed from this book. So I'm eating healthy, that's the first thing, and I hope you stick with me. I follow a lot of people on YouTube. They have many different plans, from Slimming World to keto to Weight Watchers to shakes. I follow them because from vegan to vegetarian, I follow them because I get inspiration from them, even though I necessarily may not follow their plan, but it does give me an insight. And I think once you follow them, you get interested in them as a person. So I hope you stick with me. But if it's not, I'm not for you because I don't do Slimming World or weight calorie counting anymore, then I completely understand that. That is entirely up to you. And also I want to lose weight, but I'm not putting weight loss at the forefront of this. I think if you eat right, you feel right, and I want to feel better in my own skin, and I know that that mainly comes down to nutrition. If you're putting if you put in the good stuff in, then you just feel better. I feel really sluggish because the food I've eaten, you know, it's not what I eat, it's like for sometimes during Christmas I've had my lunch and it's been 2 mince pies and a coffee, you know, kind of thing. So if you put the good stuff in, you feel better. So that is my main thing. I want to be able to feel better, not feel sluggish in my clothes and my skin being really oily and having breakouts kind of thing. So that's my main goal. But also as well, I want to lose the weight as well. And one of the indications is in your non-scale victories, which I'll concentrate on a lot more than the physical weight, but also as well, the weight is an indication that you're going in the right direction. So I hate with a passion getting on the scales. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I just don't like seeing numbers because I automatically see a number and then I have a picture of what that number represents as a person. I think we all do that, and I absolutely hate it. So I will be stepping on the scales on Monday. The hubster will be writing that down on a piece of paper and that will go in an envelope, and I won't open that up until the following Monday. And then on Mondays, I will do a weigh-in update and telling you how I feel, what I've got, what recipes I like, what I didn't like, and what to expect the following week. So that's going to happen. Also as well, Friday finds. Now, Friday finds I stopped in the last lockdown because I wasn't going out and about to the shops. And also as well, this lockdown as well, I ain't going to in and out of shops, and I'm not looking for new finds and stuff. I'm trying to just to get the essential food in. So Friday find, as we know it, will be halted until the world's a little bit settled down. But I want to do something called like probably Friday finds favourites. So things I've really enjoyed in my week, but only food. This will just be only food kind of things, or it could be food like accessories I've loved, which I'll show you, but it's mainly to do with food. It won't be like my favourite book or anything like that. So it could have been like I've really enjoyed a recipe and I'll show you the food from that and how I've adapted. So that's what Friday Finds is going to change into. It's going to be Friday Finds favourites, and then once the world is settled down, Friday Finds will be back to how you know it. I necessarily don't do slimming mode, or I necessarily don't do calorie counting, but I can easily find that information out, and obviously it's always down to you to make sure that the sins and the calories are right, and not to take my 100% word on it. So that's my little update. I got a new light as well. It was my birthday yesterday, and I was treated very well indeed, much appreciated. But my in-laws and my brother-in-law and his partner clubbed together and got me a studio light for my channel, because I like to record at night time, just because it's a lot easier to record on an evening than it is during the day, and the lighting is atrocious. A lot of people tell me, oh, it's a bit dark in your videos. I'm like, I'm sorry. So hopefully now I've got these lights, videos will be a lot better quality. So that's it. So there'll be what I eat in days, there'll be favourites, there'll be my 5 to 5 favourites going ahead. So hope you stick with me. So as always, sending huge positive thoughts. See you soon. Bye.